Yes, everyone, we back. Another episode of the Red Divide. Myself, Mark, and of course, as ever, the hat-wearing Liverpool boy, Ray. How you doing, my brother? My cousin and all.
I'm doing good, Marcus.
Very
Extremely
good.
happy that we got some football going on this weekend. International breaks are over, so we can get back to business. How
Hell
you
yeah.
doing?
Hell yeah. Cannot wait. After beating you guys like that just before the international break, I was so eager for some more footy. And then we got the international break, man.
Great
Uh,
time for a break. Put the
yeah.
brakes on your path going forward.
No. We're going to keep that momentum, hopefully. Got a couple of games quick, and then it's round three for us, Marcus. You know what I mean? We're
Oof.
going at it again.
I'm hoping for the same type of game that we had now in the FA Cup. I hope it's explosive.
Me
Like I said
too.
in the previous podcast, I didn't enjoy the result, but I enjoyed the game. Group took me back to the old days when we used to go hammer and tong and very exciting emotions up and down. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Hell of
We
a
need to
game.
get
Yeah, hell of a game.
we need to step up and beat you for a change because we've drawn, you've beaten us, and we've done nothing so far. So yeah, hoping to correct that wrong. But the ball is round, and I won't be talking out of turn this time.
Yeah, no. Well, we all live and learn, Marcus. Listen, so a couple games before that, you have two home fixtures.
We do,
Lucky man. We have two aways.
yeah, you do. And your first one is a bit challenging, Up against Burnley,
Brentford.
Brentford. Sorry, yeah,
Mm,
Brentford.
mm. Brentford
They
and Chelsea.
just they just out of relegation, so they're in between in the log where they still have pressure, but I don't think I think they're 10 points clear of relegation at this point.
Mm.
10 games to go. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough game, especially away.
You think they're likely safe? But Tony's only came back in Jan, so he's got a point to prove. He wants to go to the Euros. He had a
Yeah.
great game, at least international, sort of great game, but a good game during the international break with England. So he's going to want to keep going. So yeah, we have them. It's Tony, Morpay. They got some decent strikers that you just have to watch out for. I think Mbuemo's still injured.
Mbemo,
Not
yeah.
sure.
I
Um,
saw on fantasy he was coming back.
yeah, I think he's coming back soon. I just don't know if he's going to be back for this game. But yeah, they have some great attacking players, and their defense isn't great, but their attack is pretty good. So it'll make a very interesting game. And of course, we're away from home. Um, yeah, I don't know. I never know what you can get with United. One day we go and beat Liverpool, the next day, we'll struggle and lose to Fulham. So let's see how it goes, man. But yeah, I'm confident we're going to kick on. This will be our real turn of the league, and we'll aim for finishing as high as we can. Hopefully, it's in a Champions League spot, and we'll fight for that FA Cup trophy.
Well, Marquez, now that all the international breaks are over, 10 games to go. This is do or die for each
Mm,
team in the Premier League. You guys obviously had a terrible start to the season. You currently in fifth, I think, if I'm
mm.
not mistaken,
I think we're still
and
sixth.
still sixth.
Mm.
So yeah, you've got everything to play for to try and get into those top European Champions League positions. I hope you don't. I hope you play Europa League and struggle like we did this year.
Warned you,
But
warned you, but you're so happy to play Europa. I'm like, you don't want that,
yeah,
don't you?
the thing is, last season we just weren't good enough. You know what I mean? We weren't good enough to make top six. Although we had a great 8 game of
Top four.
18 games and we managed fifth, but it wasn't enough,
Mm,
unfortunately.
mm.
So yeah, 10 games to go. Anything can happen. We're still in there for the title race. City and Arsenal playing this weekend as well.
A great
So
game, eh?
great game of football. And just with that game alone, anything can happen at the top of the table.
Sure. And yeah, I mean, you guys got home games. I think we expect you guys to win those next two games, which will make
Hoping.
it pretty interesting leading up to the United game. But yeah, City and Arsenal. I don't know what do you want from that? Because obviously these are your two main rivals for the league. What do you want from that game?
That's a tough one because City they have this knack of always coming back, especially if they're not in first position. always coming back and nicking it at the end. But the thing, in the same breath, Arsenal have been playing well and been scoring a lot of goals as well. So I'd probably say a draw would suit us better. Although it's so tight, we're divided by 1 point, so it's difficult to say. I think maybe the most logical suggestion would be a draw, but I wouldn't be adverse to Arsenal beating Man City, though. I'd be okay with that as well. What would you reckon?
I mean, the thing is, if Arsenal beat City, they stay top. And
goal difference, yeah.
Do you think that? So you'd prefer to chase down Arsenal and chase down City, in other words?
100%.
I would probably agree with that because Arsenal, the way they bottled the league last season, they still play United, and I think they have a couple other testing games.
They play Spurs as well.
Yeah, the North London derby.
United, Chelsea, Spurs.
So there's a couple of testing games there for them. So yeah, it's likely that they will drop more points. So I hear you. From my perspective, I have the three teams that I probably dislike the most, and City being the least of those. So you know how I feel about City. They're nothing yet. They still
yeah.
So of course I prefer City to win it all. Win the league, should I say? Out of you three, if I really had to choose, I'd love United to win it, but we can't get there right now. So yeah, I don't know. I can't bear Arsenal or Liverpool fans winning the league and having a big mouth. So yeah, I just hope City beat Arsenal.
But Marquez, you see, this is the thing. You dislike Arsenal, you dislike Liverpool, you dislike City, but you'd rather have them win over Arsenal and United, Arsenal and Liverpool. That makes no sense because it just goes to show that they're the best team in Manchester. Would you rather have that? Would you rather have that? They have the title of the best team in Manchester. Would you rather have that over Liverpool and Arsenal? Come on.
Unfortunately, if we want to lay out the facts and we want to be honest, City have been the best team in the league over the last 10 years, which means they're naturally the best team in the league in Manchester, unfortunately. But they don't mean anything, There's no rivalry really to me with City. They just started their run of winning trophies, 15 years ago. It's nothing. It's around the corner. They haven't been trying to do this for 50, 60, 80 years. So it's very different. And I don't know any City fans. It just shows you how new they are, to winning anything. I don't know a single City fan in my day-to-day life. I know a couple. If I have to think hard, I can think of a couple, but that's how bad it is. I can't even list on my hands and feet the amount of City fans, whereas Liverpool and Arsenal, I know too many.
Enough digits.
I know too many, exactly, and there's too many of them. They have a loud mouth, so yeah, we'll go with City to hopefully beat Arsenal this weekend.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's always difficult when you want other teams to get results for you. Obviously, you got to try and get your own results. But This is the league. It's tight. This is probably the tightest league run with having more than two teams challenging. So, yeah, it's exciting. Good watching for, the neutral. But if I had to say, I would probably go with either a draw or a win for Arsenal because I do think Arsenal will bottle it. Still got top teams to play. They've got Spurs and Burnley. And they've got other not such top teams like United and Manchester City to play. So, yeah, I think they can bottle it.
Say that again. It sounded like you said top teams as United and City in the same sentence. And I'm like, he's trying to tease me, but he's just gone and called City not a top team. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So please elaborate.
Oh, no, just having a go at you. And it took you a while for you to register. I was like...
Because you didn't make sense, because you said two not top teams like United and City. And I'm like...
I was meant to say Everton, but, City on top of my tongue just because they're the best team in the league. And, we struggled chasing them down. But, You never know, Marquez. Anything can happen. 10 games to go. It's going to be explosive. No more international breaks, so we don't have to worry about any breaks in play. Hopefully get some consistency and hopefully win some trophies and bid good farewell to our fearsome leader. That's
Fearsome,
going to
eh?
be that's going to be a rough day.
So, yeah, which I'm really stoked about that he's getting nothing from United this season. That really makes me happy.
We still have
But
one more game. We still have one more
yeah,
game.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Listen, so you said your guys had a little legendary game, eh? Little game of legends. Torres,
Yeah,
Gerrard, all the boys.
yeah. So we have the legend game once a year, when what we do is it's a sellout crowd. So we had 60,000 fans in the stadium.
Hmm.
Sven-Goran Eriksson got the pleasure of becoming the Liverpool manager. It's been a long life dream for him. He's been a Liverpool supporter since young. So he was completely overwhelmed. I watched all of the video conferences. I watched the highlights of the game. He was completely overwhelmed with the crowd. In his press conference, he said, like, I've been here as a manager, but now being here as a manager of the football club and listening to the crowd sing and chant and just looking at all the ex-legend players in front of you and, organizing everything, he was completely overwhelmed. And, great gesture from the club. All of the proceeds from the sales of the tickets have gone to charity. So, yeah, good to see, the likes of Torres stepping out on the pitch again and Stevie G, Luis Garcia. We had, there was a couple, Maxi Pereira, Gabriel Cisse got onto the score sheet. So, yeah, just good to see, the old boykies from a few years back on the pitch. Obviously, they're not at the same level, but, just to see them in front of Anfield singing their name,
Mm.
coming back against Ajax, who were losing 2-0. We came back and won the game 4-2. And to get El Nino, to come and score a goal at Anfield in front of the crowd, yeah, it was a great moment. Nice little send-off for Sven-Goran Eriksson. Yeah, completely proud to be part of the club, obviously as a supporter, not in the front seat, and just to see
Sure.
what great things the club is creating, you know what I mean? It's such a great gesture for Sven-Goran Eriksson. And obviously it speaks leaps and bounds for the club of where we're going and what we do.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice touch.
Yeah.
Um, Shame. He's struggling at the moment. He's got some sort of cancer. Is it brain cancer or something?
Yeah, he's terminally ill with cancer.
Shame, man.
They don't actually say what type of cancer in the headlines, but yeah, they just say he's terminally ill with cancer.
Shame, man. Wish
Yeah,
him
it's
all the
rough.
best. But yeah, that
Yeah,
takes you back. I remember he was the coach of England back then, and that was the same time when you had Stevie G and Torres and Dribble Cisse and all those guys playing
that's it.
Jamie Carragher and whatnot. We also have a legendary game now and again. I think last year we had one. Bex played again, which was nice to see him in a United shirt. So I hear what you're saying when you see that name on that shirt again.
Oof.
Almost, it takes you back. You're almost like, I remember these days. This was, a pride. It's when I grew up supporting these guys, and it's amazing to see.
Yeah, yeah, good to bring back all those good memories. You know what I mean? Just seeing them all out on the pitch,
Mm,
representing the club once again, even in retirement. Yeah, it
for
was a
sure.
good day for supporters, good day for the club, good entertainment. It was a good cause. So it was a good day all round.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, and so on the international side, your players all healthy and fit. They're coming back ready to go, or what?
So Robbo was playing against Northern Ireland. Connor Bradley scored the winner in that game. His first goal for Northern Ireland. So it's good to see the youngster scoring a goal.
Mm,
On the negative side, Robbo came off 7 minutes later. I read some headlines to say
he's
initially
okay, actually.
it's weeks. He's going to be out for weeks. It's not going to be months. So there
Mm,
is a chance that he can still make possibly the third or fourth last game of the season. He might be fit for those. But unfortunately, he's out for the first probably 6 or 7.
and Darwin's
Other
also
than
okay.
that, Darwin, he didn't play so many minutes. He had a little bit of a niggle going in, but he's sharp.
Mm,
Soberslai sharp. He scored. He's sharp. He scored and assisted. Trying to see Kelleher represented Northern Ireland. They fantastically well.
Mm.
Joe Gomez, talking about Joe Gomez coming back into the England fold for the first time in 3 years. I don't know if you remember, he was out for almost 18 months with a horrific knee injury.
Yeah, an injury.
And he just hasn't found a place back in the squad because, the other players have been in form and he struggled for time. But this season, with all of the injuries, he's been a utility player. He's played as a holding number 6, double pivot. He's played left back, right back, he's played midfield. So, yeah, I think it's a deserved call up for him to the England camp. And, yeah, the boykie done well, very, very well. But in other news, I'd like to talk about your little superstar, Kobe Mainoo, making his debut for England
Full
after
debut.
what came of a little bit of a spectacle with Gareth Southgate calling him up and then relegating him to the under-21s, only for 3 days later to call him back up. It makes zero sense.
That's Gareth Southgate, the absolute biggest clown on the planet. And for him to even be linked with my team is absolute disaster, insult of note. He's just a Mickey Mouse manager. You saw what he did with Foden and Greenwood back in the day.
Yeah,
He's a clown, and it's just for attention for himself. I don't rate him. He's one of the worst managers in my opinion out there. He's got all those superstars and still can't win anything. It's pathetic. And
ridiculous.
yeah, he's not doing anything that anyone else wouldn't with the amount of talent he has in that team.
Couldn't
So
agree more.
he's just riding the wave. But yeah, if that's how he wants to treat Kobe, so be it. I don't think he'll be there long. I think this is his last bit of year. I think his contract already expires in December, and then
Doesn't
he's
it
done.
expire at the end of the Euros?
No, that apparently it expires in December.
Wow, that's
So whether he stays on or not, I don't know. But England, if they're smart, they'll cut him if they want to win anything. But that's the problem with the English. They always have these, they're over loud manager or players just because they're English,
yeah,
and they never quite make it over the line. It's been 50, it's been 70 years, I think, almost since they last won the World Cup, or
exactly.
Euros, I think, before that. So yeah, that's shocking, man. They need a proper manager now that they have all this talent in the English squad. Garrett's not the man.
But the
But yeah,
thing is,
Kobe.
sorry, man, sorry to cut you off there. But the
Mm,
thing is, England, if you look back at in our days, in our prime days, when I say that, like
mm.
the days of
The golden generation.
Scholesy, the golden generation, Gerrard, Lampard, and
Mm.
England's always had great
Terry,
players,
Ferdinand, yeah,
very
players.
talented players, but it just seems like the managers that they had in charge at the time either couldn't get the best out of the players or they didn't know how to mold all of that talent together. Now,
100%.
going back to what you were saying, that Gareth Southgate's contract is up at the end of December, like that makes zero sense because you have all of this time to prep for the Euros, and then your contract is expiring. The Euros is before December, though, so yeah, so he will make it for the Euros. But I agree, probably long term they need to come up with probably a better viable solution.
For sure.
Manager that's a man manager that can get the best out of the English players because yeah, Gareth Southgate to me is also a joke.
He's Mickey Mouse. But anyway, Kobe. And there's one of the videos we made pre-season when Kobe got injured for against Madrid. I remember talking and saying how upset I was because man, he seemed to be such a dangerous player, so young and so good, and then he got injured and been out for half the season, and now he's back. And I think he really grabbed people's attention again with that goal against Wolves.
Yeah,
Um, Put the ball through the man's legs like that, comfortably ran through, cut inside, bent it in the corner, and just ran away extra calm. And you think to yourself, "Whoa, this dude's 18." You know what I mean? And now
so
we
much
see,
composure.
of course, the game against Liverpool absolutely starred was next level. For England, he had a good substitute appearance in the first game, and then he made his full debut in the second.
Yeah.
And man, just class. He oozes class. I think he's only 18. England have got a star on their hands for the next 10 or more years. So I'm very happy he plays for us. We need some proper midfield maestro in the middle there. I guess, we still got to figure out whether playing in the 6 holding role is better for him or in an 8, more of a Scholesy role. Let's see. let's see how it goes. I'm just excited, man. I'm so happy he plays for us. We need that, and I cannot wait to see him go up against Liverpool again in a week's time.
Easy, fella. You need to get past Burnley first. Brentford, sorry,
Brentford.
Brentford. Got
You
to
really
get
want us
past
to play
Brentford
Burnley,
first.
eh?
Yeah, I really want you to play Burnley. Let's not mention them twice, but yeah, you got to
Yeah.
get past them first, Marcus, and then you can focus on us.
No, without a doubt. I'm not ruling out Brentford or Chelsea. I just cannot wait to see the Manchester-born boy, born and bred in the United Academy, up against
What?
Liverpool again.
I never knew that. I never knew he was born and bred from the academy.
100%. He's an academy player. We didn't buy him.
Sure, that's a great achievement. Like
Mm.
I can't think of the last academy player that was fireworks from Man United. Jeez,
Rashford.
man, that guy, yeah, Kevin Rashford's been on the scene for, jeez, man, 8 years, 6 years,
Mm.
7 years.
Mm. Maybe a little more,
Yeah,
but just over there.
Kobe's really talented. For an 18-year-old, he's got so much composure. Man, he's got such quick feet. He's got pace. He can tackle. He can pass. He can shoot. Yeah, he's a real deal number 8. You got a lot of talent with that week. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to hope. You got to hope that United can build on from this season and obviously try and get some silverware next season. Otherwise, the likes of City or Chelsea or even the Spanish clubs will come and ripping from your arms. That's the risk that you run when you have this young talent and you're not actually competing for silverware. That's the harsh reality of it.
No, look, it does play a part, but I think when you're from the academy, look at Scott, same thing. Um, when you all you know is the club from a young age and all the way up, and now you first team, I think it means so much for you to play in that first team
Because you
that
work so hard to get there.
yeah, you'll play for the team longer, even if they're not winning, longer than other players will who've just been bought in. Look at Gerrard.
Yeah,
Gerrard never left. Gerrard could have gone to Chelsea. I saw an
three
interview the other day.
times.
He regrets. He wished that he went and played for Mourinho. He says, "I wish I played for Mourinho."
Yeah, I
Um,
saw that interview.
just a different side of things, but it's the same as Roy Keane. Roy Keane wished that he went and played for Bayern or Juve when he had those offers. Now he looks back, he's like, I should have done it. Gone and experienced that. Um,
And the
but
thing is,
yeah,
very rare that you have a player that dedicates their whole career to one club.
sure.
Extremely rare in today's day and age.
Especially in
But
today.
yeah,
Back in the day, it was, a little more, maybe 40,
yeah,
50%. Now, it's one in probably 100 players that spends, the whole career or less. So,
100%.
yeah. So that's them, and I cannot wait. But yeah, injury-wise, we got Martinez. He's back, thank God. Not sure if he'll start, but he'll be in the squad against Brentford. Need that man back for this run-in. So that's very positive. He's the main one. Luke Shaw, not yet. He'll only be back towards the end of the season. Malacia is still out. Um, Anyone else worth noting? Martial, of course, is out the rest of the season. He's gone. He'll probably never wear United shirt again.
Probably
And
not, man.
yeah, and then we just carry on. Casey is ready to go. Ahmad unfortunately got that red card, so he won't be
Second
he won't
yellow.
be available maybe until the next Liverpool game where he'll be back against familiar opponents. We'll see.
So tell me, Marcus, now with the squad that you've got that's healthy, you think that you can go on and win the FA Cup and possibly finish fourth? Because I think we originally predicted sixth, but then as the season's gone on, you guys have found a little bit of form. You reckon that a top four is achievable or just out of top four?
No, top four is very
Ten,
achievable
ten,
because
10 games
Villa
to go.
Villa have tough games. Number one. Number two, Spurs have a couple of tough games, and Spurs are Spurs, right? Spurs know how to Spurs it up. They know how to mess anything up. So it's probably 33% each. I would put it just because Villa are also still in the Europa Conference League, so they
Yeah,
have that Thursday Sunday that's going to catch up to them. So I think they'll start falling down, and I think it'll be between us and Spurs who gets fourth. Of course, hoping that fifth now qualifies this season due to the rankings in the new Champions League setup.
yeah.
Hoping that fifth is the one to seal it, because then cool, just at least get fifth. But I think I think it's 33%. I don't think there's a favourite right now. I think although we're behind on points, um,
Your
but
games
they
are
have
more
the tough run
favorable.
Thursday, Sunday, and Spurs are just Spurs. and we have two more. I mean, we have two tough games in Liverpool and Arsenal still. It's not
Yeah.
a walk in the park. So depending what happens in those two games, we win both those games, and the rest, I think we'll seal top four. If not, fifth is still a goal. If
Well,
we
I
win
wouldn't
the
mind
FA
you.
Cup, I think if we win the FA Cup and get fifth, we qualify for Champions League due to the
Yeah.
rankings. If we
Yeah, I
don't win
think
the
so
FA Cup,
too.
then I think it's up in the air, depending on where the team finishes in France.
Look, I wouldn't mind you guys beating Arsenal.
You want
Obviously
us to
that
beat
would.
Arsenal? What do you mean? You wouldn't mind?
I
You'd love us.
I I don't know if you will beat them. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't mind. That's why the choice of words. Um, just because you guys might be great like you were against us, or you might not. So
No, we're at
I
Old
would.
Trafford, friend. Don't worry. It'll be all right.
How many games have you lost at Old Trafford this season?
But
Like
not to
five?
the good teams. Not to the good
Five?
teams.
How many have
Wait,
you lost at Old Trafford?
not to the good teams.
You're saying Fulham's not a good team.
No.
They beat you at home.
No.
So you're saying you only lose to the bad teams at home?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
jeez.
think City's the only team I think that beat us at home this season.
Yeah, that's
Good
right.
team. Out of the good teams, Liverpool, they're going to come and see what it's all about. Like we showed them already in coming to Old Trafford's no joke in the FA Cup.
I hope so. I
We'll
hope
do
you
the
show
same
us
with
again.
Arsenal. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, for you, it would be good that you can get one up over Arsenal, and you and Dims can have a little bit of a banter session. You did go all the way to England to watch your team lose, so this
Yeah,
would be
but
good for you to get one
thanks,
over on him.
thanks for the reminder. But the last season we beat them at Old Trafford. They beat us at the Emirates. This year they beat us
Yeah,
at the Emirates. We'll beat them at Old Trafford. It's the same, Carry on.
confidence. I like that.
Got a bit of
It's a good.
confidence after watching my team go head to head with Liverpool. I'm like, if they want to do it, they actually can. Look at that. So yeah, here we go.
Yeah, well, there's everything to play. 10 games to go. Anything's possible. On my front, we still have a number of injuries. Trent's still out. Ellison is still out. Konate came.
I
I
think he's
saw
going to
he
be okay. I
trained.
read. I think already he's
Yeah,
going to be okay.
He trained with the French team now. The second game he didn't play. Robbo's out again. Just trying to think who else. Midfield, Curtis Jones is still out. Thiago's still out. Stefan Basic is still out. So yeah, Matip is still out for the rest of the season. So we still have a large number of injuries. But I think with the players that have come back from injury, I think we have enough firepower to go on and compete right until the last day.
Sure.
We have to.
Sure. No, like I said, it's going to be City first, Arsenal second, Liverpool third,
United 7.
United fourth or fifth. We'll see.
Listen, if Liverpool's going to finish third, there's no way United can finish fourth. There's no way.
Why not?
No, there's
We
no
beat
way.
you because you guys. But remember something here. You only
We're
a
also going to
point.
play you.
You guys have got a point difference, right? Really, between you and Arsenal and City, right?
Yeah, so 1 point difference between City and goal difference with
Yeah.
Arsenal.
So 1 point between the three of you, really, roughly.
Yeah.
You lose to us, which is probably going to happen. Then now you 2 points behind City and 3 behind Arsenal. That's how you're going to be third.
No. I am confident.
City's going to beat Arsenal. City going to beat Arsenal. So
Yeah.
you will probably be 1 point behind Arsenal at some stage, or level with them, but on goal difference, you're going to finish maybe third. Goal difference or one or 2 points, you finish third. Arsenal second, City first. United go on this amazing winning streak. and we finish strong. Oh shit.
Maybe a sixth. I think a sixth position, fifth position is probably fair. A fair finish, considering how inconsistent you guys have been.
Fifth is the least. Fifth is the least that I would say, okay, we have to make Champions League, but we have to make Champions League. None of this Europa crap again.
Well, you know what? I think to test your team, a real test to your team would for you guys to enter Europa League, play Thursday nights, play Sunday or Monday, and then you can see what it's all about.
We know what it's all about. We won the thing before. We're good. We don't need to win it again. We don't need to ever compete in that ever again. We're good. That Thursday, Sunday is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's rough. It really is. The players don't get enough time to recover from the niggles and then go full force again.
Mm.
The scheduling is really a problem, but guess it is what it is, right? They're pro football players. They get paid massive amounts of wages to be professional athletes and play the game. So
100%.
we're thinking, oh, shame, they're playing every 3-4 days. At the end of the day, I guess it's their career,
Good job.
their job, right?
Yeah. So, quick one here. Brentford prediction. I'm going to go with we're going to win 3-1.
See, this is a tricky one because you guys showed up against Liverpool and you showed that you actually know how to play football. So this prediction's quite tough. You guys have to go for it. There's no doubt about it. You're not going to be KG and play defensive football. You guys will probably go for it, and you got Hoyland up front to score the goals. Yeah, I'll probably go with a 3-1 win as well. I think that's a fair shout. You guys are away.
Yeah, we're away.
Oh, I'd say a 3-2 win. 3-2 win, yeah.
That's nice. Okay.
I'd rather it be 3-2 to them, but I have to be fair. I think logically, talking football terms, I reckon you guys will win 3-2.
Mm.
On the
Okay.
other hand, our fixture is a little bit more tricky. We are at home, but we're up against a good Brighton squad.
Yeah, but Brighton have not been the Brighton of last year.
They struggled a bit.
And they very inconsistent. But on their day, hey man, they'll give you a hell of a game, and you never know, you can lose to them. But um, I think you guys will win. Salah's back. I think he's fit again now, ready to
Yeah,
rock and
he's
roll,
back.
play a full 90 minutes. So yeah, I think he'll win, and I think Salah will score. I think Darwin might score, surprisingly.
And I think
And
McAllister is on great form,
hmm,
and Salah for sure. I think those two names will be on the score sheet. I'll
yeah, I
put them
think
in
you
my
guys.
fantasy team, so I'm hoping they do something.
I mean, I hope you guys lose, but I think you'll win. I think you're going to win. Same score, 3-1.
3-1. That's a fair shot. I was going to say 3-1 as well.
Mm. So that's what you're
Yeah,
going with.
yeah, I'm going to 3-1.
So
I'm
2 wins.
consistently 3-0, 3-1.
Yeah,
Consistently with those score lines.
yeah.
So
So
we're both predicting wins. I think this game week will probably come to fruition. I think we'll
yeah,
be correct with our judgments. And once this game week is over, we've got a huge preparation to talk about. Another game between the two giants. And I'm hoping this time you come with some smack talk so that I can rub it in your face at the end of the game. That would be
no, we'll
great.
see. I mean, don't forget we still have Chelsea away before on Thursday, and you guys
Oh,
have.
that's right.
Who do you guys have on Thursday? Do you remember?
It's not Luton. Yeah, I can't remember.
So there's still a Thursday game, and then
Hmm.
Sunday. Sunday's the big one. So we both play Thursday. We have the Thursday Sunday coming up, which is tough.
Yeah, it
But
is.
yeah, let's see. I don't think Klopp will play Darwin this week, Thursday and Sunday. I think he's going to rest him somewhere in between. I'm just interested to see which game. I just have this thought. I don't know what it is.
Look, just going on what's happened this season in terms of substitutions, he hasn't really left any player on past 60, 65, 75 minutes.
Hmm.
So Darwin will feature, but it will either be 65 minutes or then on Thursday another 65 minutes, or you'll play a 35, 65, and then another 35. We'll see.
Yeah.
It depends on niggles and which other players are available. It's difficult to predict at this point in time. Anything can happen. Players get injured.
I mean, you guys have a walk almost. Thursday, you guys play Sheffield at home.
That's
That's
right.
uh,
So
that's
yeah,
a
Sheffield
five
at home.
nil coming all day long, if not more. So yeah,
Because I'd like to say it's a 5-0 all day long, but the thing is, 10 games to go. These teams at the bottom of the league have got nothing to lose,
sure they're
except
fighting,
for
but
except for massive revenue from being in the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree. But Sheffield are
uh,
so bad at the back, so bad
mm,
that
they have huge struggles at the back. That's probably their weak point. They've conceded the most goals in the league.
yeah. So
So
yeah, it's going to be a Salah fan fest that day.
I get nervous. I must be honest. When we're coming towards the end of the league and we have to play against the teams at the bottom, history has proven that the teams at the bottom are going to take points off you. So I don't want to go be cocksure and say, yeah, we're going to go and smash them 5 or 6, whatever the case may be.
Love to see it, though.
Yeah, it's hard not to see us smashing them, right? It's hard not to see us.
I'd love to see them beat you. Take points off you.
Listen, it's not dreams like you had 2 weeks ago, Marcus. It's not dreams.
It wasn't a dream, it was reality, right? It was a reality.
It was a dream. It started as a dream and it became a reality.
That's right. Dreams can be realities, my friend.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, but I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Let's focus on the first game, which is Sunday for us. And, take it from there. Hopefully another 3 points, see what happens with Arsenal and City. And then, juggle the balls in front of us and see how best to navigate the rest of the league.
Yeah, let's hope Sheffield do well against you. But anyway, I guess we'll do another preview there.
Indeed. Can't wait for that.
All right, my cuz. Well, awesome chat. Great catching up as usual.
Definitely.
Now it's the squeaky bum time of the league. And may the best team win the league. I'm sure that we're baby blue right now, but hey, whatever. And we'll see how it all unfolds.
Well, there's 3 things that I'm really looking forward to. The first thing is the next clash between us.
For sure.
The second thing is hopefully sending Jurgen Klopp off with more than 2 trophies. The third thing is to see you, Marcus, in a Liverpool shirt. At the end of the season, when Liverpool finished higher than Man United, that is what I look forward to seeing the most.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Like we've mentioned this a couple times. My cousin, you're dreaming. You're thinking about dreams. There's a dream.
Denial is not going to get you anywhere. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and search. I'm going to search the video, and I'm going to make a short of that specific thing. And you know what I'm going to do? Every time you phone me, that short is going to be on my phone.
Awesome.
To remind me of how good you're going to look in a Liverpool shirt. Awesome. So the question is, what color, and what size do you want?
United, red. I'm good.
That shirt looks very familiar, though.
Yeah,
got Bellingham on the back of it.
Right? Something that you've worn in the past, I believe. I believe.
You do believe. You're not talking out of your a-hole here. Just looking at the badge, it reminds me of that shirt.
I know, this was the one time that you actually had a bit of class about you. You had a proper shirt on.
Oh, man. I wore that shirt for one day for a good cause. By the end of the day, I had a rash all over my back and my chest.
Whatever, listen to this.
Man, that shitty shirt. I don't know how you can bear to put that all over your skin, cuz. Seriously.
It felt like you were walking on air that day. I saw you, like, yeah, I got this. Yeah.
No, that's only because I was wearing Air Force Ones. Yeah. But yeah, going back to what you were saying. Yeah, old Miggs from the fantasy group. Last year, he posted the same picture of me with the Man United shirt. So I just took the Mickey out of him and said, "You're gonna post the same picture every year." Good old Facebook memories, you know.
Not everybody sees it, so you have to keep posting it, you know.
Exactly, you know, all the dirty Man United mank tricks, you know, trying to cause ruckuses in our group. Make believers, non-believers. You guys are rotten to the core.
Make non-believers believers. That's what we do. Yeah, Kazi. Awesome.
Right. I will see you in the next episode. Thanks,
good,
everyone, for tuning in once again. It's always good to make these videos for our loyal fans. If you like what we produce, please like, share, tell your mates, and subscribe. See you in the next episode.
See you guys later.
Peace.
Ciao.